Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and we got ourselves another capture device by ClonerAlliance. This is a 4K capture device that you can use for gaming, but you know what we do on this channel. How can we use this for ministry? Is this a viable option for capture devices? I don't know. Let's check it out, open it up, put it through its paces, and see what we can do. All right, folks, so in full disclosure, ClonerAlliance did send this to me. This is a paid video, but we're going to do what we do. They're going to see this the same time y'all are seeing it. They're not going to see it ahead of time, and they're not paying me for saying anything in favor or against them. So this is going to be my full opinion of this, and we're going to put this through its paces and let the device speak for itself. So let's go ahead and cut over to the overhead. Let's see what comes in it, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and open this up and let's see what is inside. And for those who ask, yes, I do have a knife. I left it in my car. And after I open it up, I will go through some of the specs so that you got an idea of how you could actually use this. Do I have it upside down? I don't know. Alrighty. Let's see what is inside. Alrighty, we got ourselves a document, the Flint 4KP Plus. So this is the top of the line one that they got. Register, connected to a camera. So it does have a pass-through, which is really cool. Has line out for audio, a mic input, but we're going to go through all the settings as well too, so that's really cool. All right, got some more information, all the other cool stuff. All right, what else we got in here? Oh, this device is way smaller than I thought, so it's not like it's going to take up a lot of space. All right, very cool. So let's see, let me focus in a little bit so y'all can see that better. All right, so what we got here is we have a line out, a mic in and a line in. So you can bring in audio from a secondary device, whether you want to bring in from a mixer, you can come through here. So that's cool. USB-C. And on the other side, we have an HDMI in and an HDMI out. So it's a pass-through. So that's cool. And what else we got? Have a USB, I guess, extender or just a coupler there. Have a micro USB connector. Wonder what that's used for. It's not like there's a power jack on there. Okay, we got a USB-C adapter and another here. Looks like 2.0 and 3.0 if we're going by color and stuff like that. Looks like a 3-foot HDMI cable here. Yes, I think this is a 3-foot cable. And then we have a classic USB-C cable, the traditional USB connector 3.0 cable. All right, so really straightforward. Let's go ahead and let me grab a camera and hook this up to this, and let's see how this will go through. We're going to hook it up to my main system over here. Alrighty, folks, so we got everything set up here on my desktop. Looking over here right now at the original Sony Handycam that we had at our church. That's what I have plugged in. It is only 1080p, but we're connecting it through here. Just need something to test out. So let's go ahead and cut over to my computer, and we're going to test it out to see what we can get showing up on here. All right, now before I cut over to this, I went to their website, and there is nothing from a software standpoint. I didn't see any drivers, anything like that. So I will let you know down below if I find anything after the fact. But let's go ahead and open up the camera app in Windows. And let's see if we can switch over to it and see if we can get an image. So this is the Blackmagic that you're seeing right now. NDI, main camera. And there we go. Right there. So very nice. I'm wondering how to get rid of that display though. We're showing my output. I don't want to see that. But, oh well. So we're getting an image. Oh, it goes away after time. Okay, well that's cool. Yay. All right, so really straightforward. I should hook my PlayStation up to this. To see, because that's what it's advertised for. But we're doing this from a ministry standpoint. So it's good to know that you could hook up something to it. I don't know if that box is the camera. That camera has been in my drawer, not powered on at all for quite a while. So I'm wondering if that's a bunch of settings I need to turn off. But either way, let's close this. Now let's go to OBS and see what we get here. Oh, and there's a new update for OBS. We'll do that later. But hey, it picked up immediately. Okay, it's showing under here as live stream video device. Okay, cool. I kind of don't like how that pop-up is going on there. I mean, as long as it doesn't keep popping up, I think it's good. All right, let's go to our custom audio here and see what's showing up here. Okay, microphone, live streaming audio device. All right, so now it's picking up from the audio from the mic on the camera. Okay, that's cool. I wish there was a way to turn that off. Let's look through the manual and see if there's anything in here that specifically says that. I mean, line out, line in, micro, type C to the computer. I mean, it has software. It says on the picture in here that it has software in here in that bottom right there, but I didn't see anything on the website. But let's go ahead and check it out and see if there is anything here. ClonerAlliance, capture and streaming. This is the one that we're using, the Plus, not the Pro. And like I said, interesting. Not seeing any software directly, but let's go to downloads and let's see if there's anything here. Software download. App. That looks like that's for mobile though. That's the SDK. I'm wondering, I normally don't like installing software that I don't exactly know what's going on with it, but hey, this is what will save y'all before. I should have done this in a virtual machine instead. So let's see, what did it install? I don't see at all what it installed. For development purposes. Okay. So maybe that's just for coding something, talking directly to it. I wish there was something else that would give me some more control over that. Well, let's do this helper. Let's see what that is. Okay, that gives me a virtual camera. Interesting. And drivers for Windows 7. We'll see what that does. Because the main thing is I want to get to the point where I can turn off that. Okay, let me close this out so another app is not using it. And live streaming video capture device. There we go. All right, so this is a demo version. Okay, that's fine. I guess I need to register for that. Interesting name. I was thinking this was more like for assistance if you had any issues with it. But let's see what the gear says. We can change the format. Change the frame rate. All right, that's it. Okay, you can actually do live streaming directly from it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see what other settings we got here. Preview. We can set our renderer. Do not show virtual cameras. Record. We can do software encoding, test GPU. Okay. Image. Live. Set the frame rate. Set the video quality. Not seeing anything on a way to turn off that setting, the graphics that are showing out on the screen. All right, that menu just gives you the exact same thing. Check for upgrade. That's live. Huh, interesting. I mean, it hasn't popped up in a minute, so I don't know what's engaging that or not. But okay, all right. So capture device, really cool, working fine, expected, getting audio, all that. Now let's push it to the limits. Let's go ahead and hook up the PlayStation and let's see what we can get with it. Because again, I know I talk about this from a media ministry standpoint, but hey, let's see what we can do because that's the only thing outside of the cameras I'm using. Well, maybe let's go, actually instead, let me hook up the studio camera here and let's see what we can get with that. Alrighty, I have my studio camera hooked up to this right now, and it looks like maybe the color spectrum is not liking because it is outputting at 4K. So let's see if we can make some settings to get a good image with this. Let's change it to that. All right, still not getting the full spectrum color that I would expect from here. Go to default and see what it does. No. Let me see if I can change on the camera to see if there's any setting on the camera that I can play around with. It's almost like the reds are missing from this output. Let's see. What other settings can we go through? Format. I mean, that's recording format. And I also verified I am sending everything at 4K, but it's not registering it as that. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because we're gonna try something else here. Let me actually connect this to the PlayStation and let's see what we get. We're still only getting in that resolution. We're not getting in a higher resolution. I don't know what's up with that, but let's launch some Horizon Zero Dawn. Forbidden West drops Friday. But, I mean, it's coming through. Actually, let's do this. Let's go back, and I am feeding this into the system, so the pass-through is working. So if I cut over to this, number 6, see now we are on the input that's coming through the output of the Flint 4KP. Let's go down here to settings here. And actually, let me close out of this because I want to go into OBS here directly and do the same thing. Y'all aren't seeing it because y'all are seeing the direct feed. All right, so now that we got that, let's cut back over here. We're in OBS. You can see that is the resolution. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. And I want to go to my settings here, and this bar is blocking what I can see. All right, that's better. I want to see what resolution is being detected. And I'm wondering if I force it, what would be it? All right, so it says it's automatic. Let's push it to 4K and let's see what happens. The splitter I have is 4K as well too. All right, says that I'm gonna hit my info on the TV to see what image this is. All right, the TV says it's at 4K. So the source coming out is 4K. I wonder why this is not seeing it as that. Let's push the resolution here. And it won't let me do that. What can we do to get the highest resolution? I could bring this into vMix. I'm trying to think. I don't have a device that I can bring in at 4K natively on here, except for my capture card on the other computer. That is strange. Really, really strange. But, I mean, the good thing is we do have everything showing in here. Audio is coming through perfectly fine. For the giggles, let's go ahead and open up Zoom and let's introduce some people to some gaming on here. And we would set this as our input. Let me come out of full screen here. And I'm going to set my video. There it is, the live streaming device. So it shows up that way. I'm going to set my audio to the live streaming device as well too. So if I brought this on, there we go. So our gaming stuff shows up the same way here. Very, very interesting. And I really hope I'm not missing something, a switch or something like that. I didn't see anything on the device that would make me miss anything, but I have been known to miss something before. But really liking this so far. I mean, it gives you a good option to use this, especially with everybody using all the stuff that we got right now. I think it's pretty cool. So cool. Thank you so much, ClonerAlliance. There's going to be links down below If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. We're holding on to this, so thank you again, ClonerAlliance, for giving me one of these. And so if you have any other questions, let me know. I think for me, I like this, having other capture devices just as backups, just in case anything happens. This is, as much as I like the ATEM minis, this is tiny. You can keep this in a bag, and like when I go to games or even when I go to other church services, I like to have a backup in case anything happens. Again, another way you could use this is have one of these capture devices, and we did this at another church where you're looping somebody in through a secondary camera who's signing what's going on. That would be another way that you can bring them in and superimpose them over top. So like, let's actually do that so I can show you one more little playful way of doing this. A little bonus for you. Let's cut back over here, and we're going to go back to OBS. And let me disconnect this, and let me hook back up my the camera to this. All right, so we got our ATEM set back up here, and let's make. Oh, let me actually disconnect this and plug it into another USB jack that's closer. All right, so we got this hooked up with the camera right here to kind of simulate some type of faux, I don't know, picture-in-picture or something like this that you could do with the ATEM like I'm doing right now, but we're going to do this directly as a backup. So let's add another capture device. Do cloner. Let's pick the one it is. And it looks like when we install that software, we have a virtual camera as well, which requires that software to be running. That's cool. Do the video, and there we go. And for this, we wouldn't want to bring in audio if you were doing it the way we're talking about. So I can come in here, resize this, and have it like right here. And then it's kind of like a picture-in-picture with two capture devices. Now, obviously, please make sure your computer can handle something like this. But I think this is really cool that I can come in here and have a secondary device here that can do something else. So like, again, if we had another camera that have somebody who is a signer, they could be in a completely different room, and headphones to be able to hear, or even speakers in that room so they can hear what's going on and they can sign everything that's going on, and we don't need to capture audio from here. So I think that's really, really cool. Just a secondary way, if you already have a system, how you could use this. You can do the same thing in vMix or any of the streaming software that a lot of people are using. So again, thank you so much, ClonerAlliance, for sending me something like this. Really cool. And what I was saying originally, I know I'm redundant, so my apologies, because I just record this and then we go from there. But if you have any questions, let me know down below, things that you would like me to test out. We're going to be holding on to this. So again, thank you, ClonerAlliance, for giving me this. And we're going to be testing it out and putting it through its paces and try other things that we can use with this. And so links are down below if you're interested in getting one of these. This is available on Amazon, going for $165. So it's right in the price range of other capable 4K capture cards, and quite honestly, actually it's a little bit lower for a 4K standpoint. So good price. It also allows you to have two audio inputs, so one can come from a mixer, another one can come from like a lavalier, kind of like this Rode wireless that I'm using right now. So it gives you a lot of great options. So I haven't found anything that's an issue, I mean, except for me connecting a 4K one directly, and that color issue that I have by connecting that 4K camera. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna reach out to them and just ask about it. But once we hook the PlayStation up, which is pushing out 4K, it's coming through. Something is scaling it down. So it has to be some type of scaler setting or something I might have missed. If you have one of these and you know what that is, please leave that down below as well too, because I like to be educated and learn some of the stuff that I may have missed. So If you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will catch you on the next video. Later.